Hello everyone, I just came back from the Hotel Harrington where I spent my Thanksgiving. Got a lot of cool stuff during my trip, like this historical brochure about the hotel. I did a big photo dump on Facebook of all the pictures. On the back of this, there's some information about Milt Grant, and some of my friends on Facebook have been asking me about the Milt Grant show. So I spent all this time in a hotel and didn't really talk about it. The brochure talks about his guest stars, like here's James Brown. He had many famous performers at the time: Tony Bennett, Laverne Baker, Ike Turner, lots of stars. I do have in my video library, which is very unorganized. I'm just gonna, no, not that one. Pick one at random under M. Let's see. Milt Grant party time. Okay. Picking one at random. I've given a lot of these away, so I don't own a lot of them anymore. Everything's on YouTube these days, so collecting sort of physical media isn't really a priority anymore. So it's loading. Again, you can find these on YouTube. Hit play. Okay, so the show opens with Opus 1. Almost every episode I've seen has had the same opening with Opus 1. And this would have been filmed on the top 2 floors of the Hotel Harrington in the WTTG television station. I did some exploring of the hotel, but could not convince the staff to let me into where the show was filmed. Some of the people working at this hotel have been there for 35, 40 plus years. Anyways, here's a bit of the Milt Grant show. You can find this on YouTube, so this is just me talking about it. He's there in the back, and then they'll sort of pan in to have him talking. And basically what he would do is spin records and have the kids dance and then plug products. The sound quality is not so good at times. Let's see here. Here's the volume.
Wonderful guest star. Our big guest star is Laverne Baker. Johnny and Joel, I want to introduce you to another mystery guest. I think you'll find quite fascinating. As do we have a Rate for Record. You folks are going to tell us how you like the record. And we have lots of CD dedications to get underway. Right now it's the Everly Brothers with the tune that is number 1 in Washington. Bye Bye Love. Let's go.
So anyways, he would plug the artists, play the records, the kids would dance. Let me fast forward here. And I think this show aired from 1956 to 1961. And if you hang around DC long enough and dance with the old people at Glen Echo, every so often people will mention, oh yeah, I danced on the Milt Grant show. There was another show called Teen-A-Rama, which is documented on the PBS there's a recent PBS special about Teen-A-Rama, which I haven't seen yet, but I've talked to a lot of the dancers from Teen-A-Rama that have danced at Mr. Henry's, because that was a school that schools invited to dance in that show were black high schools. There's a segregated element to all this as well. Milt Grant donated his jazz archives to UDC. I know there are a lot of people on Facebook that know more about this than me, so I should kind of stay quiet about certain subjects. All right, here he is pitching Pepsi Cola.
Oh man, this is real refreshing. Refreshing and light. Never too heavy, never too sweet. Always just right. That's ice cold, delicious Pepsi Cola. And folks around here who want real refreshment in the modern way, well, they go for Pepsi in a big,
Plugging
big way.
Pepsi.
What do we say for a refreshment?
And we'll move on. The kids pass out the soda bottles. This is like a routine thing they do. They're really fun advertisements for like the record store, the hamburger stand, with the car hop where the kids go in, and I forget the name of that place. It was in Arlington. The commercials are just as interesting as the dancing. And then when the kids hear Pat Boone, they don't react well. It's always funny to see the reactions to like the slow songs. Wait, fast forwarding again to save you time. Again, you can watch this all on YouTube. I'm trying to get to the celebrity guest part. This looks like the dance contest, if I had to guess, by fast forwarding. So zip through that. It's a long show.
Real honey. First of all, they're good looking and they have a terrific sound. And then, you all know how some stations go in and out on these portables? Not so with Motorola, because they have the antenna right here in the handle and it beams in the...
Okay, so he's plugging Motorola there. My guess would be that was probably the prize for the dance contest, if I had to guess. Let's see. Fast forward. Motorola. Kids are singing a song about it. Okay, this would be celebrity guest segment.
Tune in our Motorola portable, and let's bring on Johnny and Joe from the Howard Theater. Here are Johnny and Joe with their big hit of tomorrow, Over the Mountain and Across the Sea. Here they are.
Over the mountain, across the sea, there's a girl waiting for me. From all the river, beyond every cloud.
If you listen carefully, you can hear the cameraman whistling at the kids to get out of the way. So these are featured performers at the Howard, Johnny and Joe. We'll fast forward through this, skip ahead. Okay, and then okay, so this is the Laverne Baker episode. So let's give her an intro. All right, fast rewind. See if we can get him to introduce her. So, there we go.
And now I want one big gigantic ovation for a lady who, in my estimation, has been leading blues singing for many, many years. A lot of popular singers have copied her, and today she is, well, first and foremost in the blues field. She's at the Howard, going to be there through Thursday, and if you want to see a swinging show, it's the Howard. Let's have one big wild ovation for Laverne Baker.
Okay, so that was Milt Grant's introduction of Laverne Baker. He does hint at the fact that she was covered by Georgia Gibbs, which Laverne Baker was not at all happy about. I know there are music historians out there that have more to say about that than me. So Laverne Baker came to Washington, D.C. quite a bit, and she also came to Mr. Henry's a bunch of times. So it's before my time, but a lot of people at Mr. Henry's talked about Laverne and had photographs with her. At some point, she moved overseas and entertained at a military base for a number of years. When she came back later in life, her legs were amputated, so there are pictures of her in a wheelchair, I think at Mr. Henry's. And then I'm not quite sure how her life ended, but she was in an unmarked grave. You can look all this up on Google. And then very recently, people raised the money to furnish a headstone for Laverne Baker. So I think she had a difficult life at the end, but this is a magnificent clip of her performing on the Milt Grant Show. Okay, so she sort of does her lip syncing bit. I think with the sound quality, they had to just lip sync their songs. And then Milt interviews her, and they answer fan mail. This is like a routine thing. So this would have all taken place at the Hotel Harrington, and some of my friends were curious about it, so I thought I'd just dump this on YouTube here. But anyways, this was an episode of the Milt Grant Show. That's Milt Grant answering fan mail with Laverne. Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of history here. Probably some of it lost now. But anyways, this was the Hotel Harrington. Let's see if we can get him to sign off. I don't know how long this program is. I wonder what year this was. Hard to say. Or how many of these episodes still exist. Anyways, I'll just play a little more and then sign off. And this was the Milt Grant Show, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.